So why did I decide to join an MLM? MLMs get a pretty bad rap. Most of the negative stuff that I hear is that it takes advantage of poor defenseless women, or that you can't make real money, that it's a pyramid scheme, that so-and-so's sister's brother's cousin's Aunt Karen used to sell pot holders and reusable containers out of her basement and went broke doing it. all sorts of shenanigans. And the overwhelming theme in all of this is the lack of female autonomy. A lot of these, sometimes I'll talk to people about, me having a side hustle, and they'll be like, oh, I don't support MLMs. Or I watched that series on Netflix where they talked about how terrible MLMs are and how they take advantage of women. And the lack of female autonomy in 90% of those statements is astounding to me. So it's not just saying, oh, well, you don't really make a lot of money. The majority of the objections that people have with MLMs are focused on the fact that women can't make decisions for themselves. And that I have a serious issue with. So I wanted to talk about it. So when I decided that I was going to start my Monat business, I didn't start my business because anyone told me that I was going to make $1 million right off into the sunset in a brand new Cadillac and immediately become a billionaire. Nobody told me that. And if they had told me that, I would have run in the opposite freaking direction of anyone who tried to tell me that that was something realistic when you start a small business or a home-based business of any kind, MLM or otherwise. Even with my crochet business, I made a crazy amount of crocheted items last holiday season, and no one talked me into that. I wasn't coerced into that. And the same thing applies to Monat, which is a network marketing company, an MLM, whatever you want to call it. But it's not a pyramid scheme because they do sell physical products. You can purchase the items. Your success is not entirely based on you recruiting more and more people. You could literally never recruit a single person and still earn money. And the other thing too, speaking to this idea of female autonomy with home-based businesses, I wasn't asking my husband's permission if I could start a small business. And I wasn't sold a bill of goods that I was going to become an instant billionaire. I honestly didn't even tell my husband that I was starting one until I earned enough money to pay off the product pack that I bought. Now, that's not everyone's relationship. Some people feel like they have to be held accountable to their partner for the financial decisions that they make. That's not really, unless it's buying a house or something where they're going to run our credit. I don't have to ask permission to make adult female decisions. And I feel like that's true for a lot of women who start, doing businesses like Monat. I happen to choose Monat, but there's lots of other ones out there. I'm sure you have friends who, sell things from their phone, work from Wi-Fi, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, it's really empowering for women. It creates an avenue that doesn't require finding childcare, because there's so many things that just inherently by being men, not always, there's some single dads out there, but for the most part, there's so many obstacles when it comes to women earning money, and there's so many negative connotations with women who are really motivated, who are high earners, things like that. It's almost like socially we don't feel like women deserve to earn money. And it's just a thing. You see it everywhere. There's all of this mom shaming and mom guilt if you leave your kids at daycare. There's all sorts of childcare and other crap that you have to arrange to work a part-time job. And for a lot of women, myself included for the most part, having, my one income did not always cover our bills, especially during the summer, working in education. There's not always enough work to go around. There's not always enough hours in the day. There's not always somebody to watch my kids while I would go do that. And I'm currently on bed rest at home. So I literally, if I had needed to work a part-time job, I would have had to quit because I cannot physically go in and stand for that long do anything strenuous for the next however many weeks until I have this baby. So for a lot of women, network marketing is a really positive thing, and it can be very empowering. It can be a way to earn income for your family without having to arrange for, whether you're more motivated by not wanting to miss moments with your children, or if you're like me, where I'm like, who the heck would watch them if I went and worked a part-time job? There just aren't enough hours in the day, and my husband works too. So this is a way for us that we've been able to earn semi-passive income while I'm at home, or, on the go picking up kids from school when I wasn't stuck at home, all of that good stuff. And the other thing too is you don't have to, with Monat anyway, you don't have to have an inventory of products. So you're not expected to keep a ton of stuff in your house and figure out where to put it. You're also not expected to buy things that you don't need. So you're not going to have to buy 14 different skin tones of foundation and hope that 14 different people who have all different skin tones from you buy them. You can literally just buy exactly what you need when you run out of it. I buy shampoo twice a year for myself and my husband for the most part. Conditioner, I sometimes go through a little bit faster. It just depends on what it is. But I don't have to make a purchase every month, and I don't have to make a purchase every 2 months, and I don't have to hang on to stuff. I don't have to deal with shipping and receiving, none of it. I have a website, people can order from it, and that's it. I don't have to deal with any of that. We have separate customer service, so obviously I check in with people, but I'm not required to resolve returns. If somebody's not happy with something, I don't have to go into my wallet and pay somebody back. I can, work with customer service and help them take care of it. But it just makes it really easy. And it's not something where, if you know me, I am a strong, independent woman, and I am the last person who would do something that would get them taken advantage of. And that is absolutely not the case with me starting a Monat business. I could literally not buy another thing again and still have a business. It's just as simple as that. So if you have questions about starting a side hustle, I am an open book when it comes to that. I will be completely blunt and completely honest with you about my experience. I won't sugarcoat it. I won't lie to you. Do I make $1 million every single month? No. But do I earn enough, side hustle income that it helps pay with Christmas, that it's helped pay with repairs on our house, that it's helped with unexpected expenses that we've had to take care of, random bills for things, like when we forget that there's a toll